Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Proof of Work Coin News. This is your host, Coinology. Please, if you have a moment, go ahead and subscribe. Let's move over to the market. Okay, so it looks like, most importantly, Bitcoin has moved down just ever so slightly since yesterday. We are starting to see a little bit of movement. From that, obviously, a little bit of movement down. We do have a couple of outliers, the big one being Caspa. Caspa's moved up 4.5% back into that 2 penny mark. And then we do have Digibyte moving up 4.4%. Last but not least, we also have Flux moving up 1.6%. So today's topic is going to be, what is a crypto wallet? The reason being, I get a lot of questions on what a crypto wallet is from friends, family, people that watch the show. And I just wanted to quickly go through and explain exactly what it is and why you need it. So this is actually from crypto.com. If you want to go ahead and read it, I will add the link down into the description. So what is a crypto wallet? Crypto wallets store users' public and private keys while providing an easy-to-use interface to manage crypto balances. They also support cryptocurrency transfers through the blockchain. Some wallets even allow users to perform certain actions with their crypto assets, such as buying and selling or interacting with decentralized applications or dApps. It is important to remember that cryptocurrency transactions do not represent a sending of crypto tokens from a person's mobile phone to someone else's mobile phone. When sending tokens, a user's private key signs the transaction and broadcasts it to the blockchain network. The network then includes the transaction to reflect the updated balance in both the sender's and recipient's addresses. So the term wallet is somewhat of a misnomer, as crypto wallets don't actually store cryptocurrency in the same way physical wallets hold cash. Instead, they read the public ledger to show the balances in a user's addresses, as well as hold the private keys that enable the users to make transactions. Not sure what a public or private key is? A key is a long string of random, unpredictable characters, while a public key is like a bank account number and can be shared widely. The private key is like a bank account password or PIN and should be kept secret. In public key cryptography, every public key is paired with one corresponding private key. Together, they are used to encrypt and decrypt data. So you have the public key, which, as it explained, is kind of like a bank account number. A public key allows users to receive cryptocurrency transactions. It is public and open to anyone in the system. So essentially, say if I wanted to send you Bitcoin, you would send me your public key, and then I would send it to that address, and then you would receive it. Now, on the other hand, a private key is a user's private keys, or it's a list of basically passwords, a bunch of random passwords that need to be ordered in a certain order, and essentially that is the lock and key to your bank account where you keep your cryptocurrency. This is something that you don't want to share with anybody. This is something that you keep written down and placed in your safe or somewhere secure. Why a crypto wallet is needed. A user's cryptocurrency is only as safe as the method they use to store it. While crypto can technically be stored directly on an exchange, it is not advisable to do so unless in small amounts or with a intention of trading frequently. For larger amounts, it's required that a user withdraws the majority to a crypto wallet, whether that be a hot wallet or a cold one. This way, they retain ownership of the private keys and have full power and control over their own finances. Now, just kind of to expound on that, one of the best sayings, or one of the longest standing sayings that I've heard in cryptocurrency that took me a little bit to actually understand was, not your keys, not your crypto. And that is the best way to pick a wallet. What that actually means, not your keys, meaning if you do not own the private key, then you technically don't own the cryptocurrency. Now, with something like a Coinbase or a crypto.com, you do not own those keys. You only have access to the public key. So you can have people send and you can transact cryptocurrency with that public key. Now, as far as securing the cryptocurrency, you don't own the private key. So you don't own that cryptocurrency technically. Now, if something like the SEC came in and seized all of Coinbase's cryptocurrency, they would also take your cryptocurrency and you would have no access to it. So I pick wallets personally, not financial advice, that have that I actually own the private key. That way, I am the only one that has access to it. I'm the only one that can transact with it. Now, how do cryptocurrency wallets work? As mentioned earlier, a wallet doesn't technically hold a user's coins. Instead, it holds the key to their coins, which are stored on public blockchain networks. In order to perform various transactions, a user needs to verify their address via a private key that comes in a set of specific codes. The speed and security often depend on the kind of wallet a user has. So there are different types of hot and cold wallets. So what's the difference? So a hot wallet is connected to the internet, whereas a cold wallet is offline. An example of a hot wallet would be a web-based wallet, mobile wallets, and desktop wallets. So essentially, Coinbase could be considered a hot wallet. It's always connected to the internet. There are some more secure versions of a hot wallet, say like Zelcore or maybe like a Coinbase wallet or Trust Wallet, where you actually do have secured keys of your own and you own your own cryptocurrency, but the con to it is that it's always connected to the internet, so it is always susceptible to different types of attacks. As it states here, vulnerable to hacking and online attacks. Whereas a cold wallet, examples are paper wallets and hardware wallets, they reduce the threat from hacking and online attacks. So the hot wallets are easy and convenient to use, as a cold wallet is less convenient and more expensive. Hot wallets are best suited to beginners or regular traders who need to make quick and online payments, whereas cold wallets are best suited for those storing large amounts of crypto over a long period of time. Now that we've talked about the basics of cryptocurrency wallets, I wanted to just quickly go through all the different types of wallets and storage systems that are available to you right now that you can jump into and start collecting different cryptocurrencies. Now, the first one we talked about were cryptocurrency exchanges, for instance, Coinbase. And I'm not talking bad about Coinbase, but keep in mind that Coinbase owns your cryptocurrency when it's on their exchange. As we talked about, not your keys, not your crypto. Coinbase owns those private keys, so you do not own that cryptocurrency technically. Now, exchanges are a great place to go ahead and deposit your cryptocurrency for sale, to trade into fiat, or to exchange into different cryptocurrencies. So that is what it's available to you for. Do not store large amounts of cryptocurrency on something that is a digital exchange like crypto or like Coinbase or crypto.com. Now, moving over to something like a ledger. Now, a ledger is some sort of device that you can actually hold your cryptocurrency offline, and it's a cold wallet. Now, I have always been a huge fan of ledgers and different types of cold wallets that store your cryptocurrency, because you obviously own your private keys and they are held offline, so they're less susceptible to attacks. Something that we're finding out more recently is that a lot of these wallets are actually able to be hacked. Additionally, Ledger seems to have gone and sold themselves out to where you can access those recovery keys, which would allow different entities to essentially access cryptocurrency accounts. And what scares me about this is, say the government wanted to get into your personal finances, they may be able to with something like this. or you may be susceptible to different types of attacks. So for right now, I will not be using any sort of ledger-based wallet until this kind of gets sorted out. And you can read more about it. This used to be the most secure way to store your cryptocurrency. Right now, I'm not really fully confident in it. And don't take this as financial advice. This is just my opinion. Now, you might go, okay, this is terrifying me. My cryptocurrency can be taken from me. How can I protect myself? Now, this is what I recommend, and this is how I go about things. So there are hot wallets like the Garda wallet. Now, I am not associated with Garda in any way, shape, or form. It's just a wallet that I've used over the years that I find to be very secure. So with some of these web-based these warm wallets or these hot wallets, you are able to store your cryptocurrency on your computer or on your phone, but you own the security keys or the recovery keys. So you actually own your cryptocurrency, and it can be held on a number of different devices. In this case, what I recommend is installing a software like this or a wallet like this on a device that can be disconnected from the internet and you do not use for anything. In my case, I have a computer that I have this installed on, and my cryptocurrency is held on that, and it never is connected to the internet unless I am moving cryptocurrency. So that makes me less susceptible to attacks. Obviously, somebody could log on and just go ahead and hack it, which would be a absolute rarity. There are attack vectors out there that could potentially do it, but it's very, very rare, especially if you're not sharing your private keys. Now, last but not least, what I think is actually the most safe way, but it's not very convenient, is a paper wallet. So a paper wallet is a physical piece of paper like cash, like money, where basically your cryptocurrency information is saved to with your address and with your private key. It's also accessed using a QR code, and essentially it's like paper money. The con with this is that you can lose this. If this is not stored in a safe place, you can absolutely lose this, and you will lose all your cryptocurrency. If this piece of paper is destroyed in a house fire or something like that, you lose your cryptocurrency. So this is best stored in something like maybe like a safety deposit box or a special safe, somewhere that is never going to be accessed by anybody else and is going to stay safe long term. Hopefully this answered all of your questions about web wallets and or different types of cryptocurrency wallets and what you should personally jump into. Like I said in the very beginning, not your keys, not your crypto. Say it with me, live by it, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have any other comments about any of these wallets or any questions, go ahead and drop them down below. Okay, very quickly, let's go ahead and run through mining profitability. So first of all, we have GPUs. Looks like SkyDogeNet is back in the lead. With the 4090, we have it most profitable on SkyDogeNet at 97 cents per day and 56 cents after electricity. Moving down, we do have some XNA, which we actually posted a video on just a couple days ago. If you want to read about it or listen to it, go ahead and hit that video. We also have Novo, most profitable on the 7900 XTX. A couple of our cards are actually doing well on Dynex. Dynex on the 3080 Ti is doing 62 cents revenue and 13 cents after profit. Moving down, we are starting to see some red in the market, so we are a little bit less profitable, not as profitable as yesterday. All right, moving over to ASIC miners. We currently have the Bitmain Antminer KS3 as the most profitable miner. making $2,182 a day. As we've talked about, this number is coming down more and more. This miner has not even been released yet, and it's come down from $3,000 a day down to this point, so we will continue to watch it. Next up, we do have the Jazz Miner X16-P doing 1626 a day on Ethereum Classic. Next up, we have the Antminer L7 doing 1062 a day on Script. iPolo G1 is doing 765 a day on Grin Token. We also have the Bitmain the S19 XP Hydro 257 terahash monster doing 623 a day after power. We do have the Bitmain K7 on the Nervos network, CKB network doing 519 a day. We also have the Bitmain Antminer KA3 on Cadena doing 420 a day. If you stuck around to the very end, thank you very much. I super appreciate it. If you took the time to stay until the very end, consider subscribing. We are a proof of work only show, usually daily unless I have some sort of constraint. And if you have any feedback for me, any comments, any questions about any sort of hardware, go ahead and drop them down below. We'll go ahead and see you tomorrow.